here to start the lecture series of Mathematics 1. Today our topic is gamma and beta function and gamma function and its property. So first of all, we start from the gamma function. The gamma function of n is denoted by the gamma n. It is a notation of the gamma and is defined by the convergent improper integral integration 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx, which is depend on the parameter n. Thus, gamma n equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx, where n greater than 0. Where n is a non-zero number other than negative integer. Property of gamma functions. Prove that gamma n equal to 2, 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square x raised to 2n minus 1 dx. So we start from the definition of the gamma function. Gamma n equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. Suppose we say that x equal to t square, so dx equal to 2t dt. When x equal to 0, t equal to 0, and when x equal to infinity, t equal to infinity. So we say that 0 to infinite e raised to minus t square raised to n minus 1 2t dt. Now it is 2 0 to infinite e raised to minus t square t raised to 2n minus 2. E raised to minus 2 t square t raised to 2n minus 2 into t. We say that it is t raised to 2n minus 1. Now replacing t by x, we get 2 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square x raised to 2n minus 1 dx. Prove that gamma n plus 1 equal to n gamma n. By definition of gamma function, 0 to infinite integration e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. Substitute n by n plus 1. Gamma n plus 1 equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus x raised to n dx. So, we are taking a u and v rule, x raised to n as it is, e raised to minus x upon minus 1, 0 to infinite, integration 0 to infinite, nx raised to n minus 1, e raised to minus x upon minus 1 dx. Solve this integral, we getting again a n e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. This is our gamma function. So we say that it is n gamma n, and this formula is recurrence or reduction formula. Remarks. Gamma 1 equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus x raised to 1 minus 1 dx. So we say that 0 to infinite e raised to minus x dx equal to, we are integrate e raised to minus x, we getting e raised to minus x upon minus 1, lower limit is 0, upper limit is infinity. If we put this, we getting upper limit as an infinity, so we get 0, and we are putting up 0, then we get 1 upon minus 1, so answer is 1. So gamma 1 equal to 1. Prove that gamma n plus 1 equal to n factorial, where if n is a positive integer. We know that gamma n plus 1 equal to n gamma n. So what is n gamma n? It is n minus 1 gamma n minus 1. Now we say that it is n minus 1 n minus 2 up to gamma 1 if we expand the series. So it is n minus 1 n minus 2 up to 1. So it's gamma n plus 1 equal to n factorial. Example, gamma 8 equal to gamma 7 plus 1, it is 7 factorial. Prove that gamma n upon a raised to n equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus ax raised to n minus 1 dx, a greater than 0. By the definition of gamma function, gamma n 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. Put x equal to au, dx equal to a du. X equal to 0, u equal to 0. X equal to infinity, u equal to infinity. Gamma n equal to 0 to infinite e raised to minus au raised to n minus 1 a du. A raised to n 0 to infinity integration e raised to minus au u raised to n minus 1 du. Gamma n upon a raised to n 0 to infinite e raised to minus ax x raised to n minus 1 dx. Now prove that gamma 1 by 2 equal to under root pi. By the property of the gamma function, gamma n equal to 2 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square x raised to 2n minus 1 dx. Now substitute n equal to 1 by 2. So what we get? It is 2 0 to infinite integration e raised to minus x square. Here if n equal to 1 by 2, so we get it is 1 minus 1. So x raised to 0, it is 1 dx. So 1 by 2 is 0 to infinite e raised to minus y square dy. It is gamma 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2 whole square. So we getting gamma 1 by 2 into gamma 1 by 2. So it is 2 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square dx, 2 0 to infinite e raised to minus y square dy. Now gamma 1 by 2 whole square we getting 4 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square plus y square dx dy. Changing in polar coordinate, x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, we say that it is e raised to minus r square. Limit x equal to 0 to infinite, so we say y equal to 0 to infinite. So x equal to r cos theta, so we say that it is r equal to 0 and cos theta equal to 0, so it is your pi by 2. X equal to theta, r cos theta, so r equal to infinity. Y equal to 0, so we say that r sin theta equal to 0, so r equal to 0, theta equal to 0. Y equal to infinite, r sin theta, r equal to infinity, sin theta is not equal to infinite. So limit r equal to 0 to infinity and theta equal to 0 to pi by 2. Put the value and put the limit of this 0 to infinite e raised to minus x square y square dx dy. We are converting into polar form. So we get it is minus 2 0 to pi by 2 0 to infinite e raised to minus r square minus 2r dr d theta. Integrate this e raised to minus r square 0 to theta d theta. So answer is minus 2 0 to pi by 2 minus 1 d theta. Now put the value of the upper limit and lower limit. We get answer is pi. But it is whole square equal to pi, so we say that is gamma 1 by 2 equal to under root pi. Now find the value of gamma under root 13 by 2. What is under root 13 by 2? It is 1 plus under root 11 by 2. So we say that as a n gamma n, it is 11 by 2 gamma 11 by 2. Okay, now it is 11 by 2, so we say that it is 9 by 2, 7 by 2, 5 by 2, 3 by 2, 1 by 2 using this property. Last we remaining as a gamma 1 by 2. So answer is 11 into 19 into 7 into 5 into 3 divided by 64 under root pi. Now you have to evaluate 0 to infinite under root x e raised to minus 3 under root x dx. Solution: I equal to 0 to infinite under root x e raised to 3 under root x dx. We assume 3 under root x as a t. Okay. So what is our dx? X equal to t cube. So dx equal to 3t square dt. If x equal to 0, t equal to 0. If x equal to infinity, t equal to infinite. Put the value, we say get 0 to infinite under root x e raised to 3 under root x dx. So we replacing this, it is under root t cube. It is e raised to minus t and 3t square dt. Now we are taking 3 common. So we get 0 to infinite integration e raised to minus t. This is a 3 by 2 and it is 2. So what is 3 by 2 plus 2? it is 7 by 2. So we get 3 raised to 7 by 2. Now using, it is 9 by 2 minus 1 dt. So we say that is a gamma function. See, what is it's a gamma function formation, e raised to minus x, x raised to n minus 1 dx, 0 to infinite. We say that it is our gamma n. So what is here gamma? Gamma is n by 2. So we say that 3 gamma n by 2. Also we say that it is 105 by 16 under root pi using n gamma n property. So answer is 3115 upon under root 6 under root 5. Evaluate integration 0 to 1 x upon under root minus ln x natural log x dx. I equal to integration 0 to 1 x upon natural log minus natural log x dx. We are taking log 1 by x equal to t. So minus log x equal to t. Log x equal to minus t. So x equal to e raised to minus t. Dx equal to minus e raised to minus t dt. If x equal to 0, t equal to infinite. If x equal to 1, t equal to 0. So we are converting integral in t formation. We get infinity to 0 e raised to minus t under root t minus e raised to minus t dt. Now we say that it is 0 to infinite e raised to minus 2t, t raised to minus 1 by 2, e raised to minus t, e raised to minus 2, e raised to minus 2t, t raised to minus 1 by 2 dt. We are replacing a limit to 0 to infinite. So it is 1 by 2 minus 1. The property of the gamma function, gamma n upon a raised to n, we say that 0 to infinite e raised to minus ax, x raised to n minus 1 dx. By this property, we say that it is gamma 1 by 2. What is our n? N is 1 by 2. So it is gamma 1 by 2, 2 raised to n. It is a raised to n. What is a? A is the power of e raised to at. So what is a? A equal to 2. So it is 2 raised to 1 by 2. So answer is, what is gamma 1 by 2? Gamma 1 by 2 is under root pi upon under root 2. So answer is under root pi by 2. Here some example are for yourself to do yourself and do the practice of the gamma function.